No, your eyes do not deceive you. This is properly springtime weather. It's about 15 degrees here in South Birmingham today. My name is Lee, and with my fellow allotment here, Dan, my other half Rachel, and my little girl Lyra, we have got an allotment down here in South Birmingham. And for the first proper time today, it feels like spring, which is very, very exciting. It was too warm to put my hat on. You know what I'm saying? We've got quite a bit to do over the next 2 days. This video is going to be for Saturday and Sunday. We didn't have a video last week because I was away wandering the Lake Districts of the north of England, which was really rather nice. But now I am back and we've got stuff to do. Before we get started, Dan has been down a couple of times. Let's have a look at what he's been doing.
It is a beautiful day in South Birmingham today. That thing in the sky is the sun. Haven't seen it for a while, but nice to come down here and enjoy some vitamin D while getting a bit of work done. So today we've been spending a little bit of time working on the path between a few of the beds. Obviously when it rains here it gets a little bit boggy, so we've decided that it's a good idea to make sure that these paths are a little bit more usable. So here we are, just a little bit bark down on the weed liner there. Obviously not the perfect for the perfect footing really, but a million times better than the mud we've got in other areas at the moment. So you can see how it used to look down here, a little bit messy, very muddy, and then we've started to build this path down here. Next in the long list of jobs is this patch here. So you can see there, that is the entrance to the two plots with the path down the middle. And we've decided we're going to put some roses over an archway here and a bit of a fruit bush. So we've had it confirmed where the border is. It's actually against this. So this path oversteps the mark slightly, but we're going to turn a bit of this soil here and get it ready for building the archway. Friday afternoon, down at the allotment. Pop down just to get a few bits done while the weather's dry, away for this weekend again. So trying to just get some bits done in the free time that I have available. And the first job on the list today is just getting the shed roof put back together. Had a little bit of rain last night, nothing major, but it did remind me that it needed finishing. So that's the first job on the list for today. Get that back watertight again, and then we'll see what else we've got time for afterwards. Before we get stuck in to the shed roof, just a quick inspection of the garlic that we've got going over here. All seems to be growing really well at the moment, especially this one here and that one there. Looking really good. I think the warmth we've had over the past few days has been really good for the bits that we do have growing on the plot at the moment. I neglected to video the progress or process last time we did the shed roof, so I'm going to run you through a little bit more of what we're doing this time. Hopefully it will survive a little bit longer than 48 hours. So first job we've got to do is take off all of these old bits that didn't really stick down particularly well. This front section's done okay, which is good. We can probably put that back, but yeah, just removing all these bits of old felt that have ripped, and yeah, get back to square one with it. And then as soon as we've done that, it's going to be a case of getting some PVA onto the roof to try and seal it a little bit, and also give the roofing felt something to bond to, as well as using the nails to actually secure it down. So yeah, we'll get stuck in with that, and I'll check in with you shortly. So here we are, the first column, I guess, of roofing felt is down again, this time with a good application of PVA just to try and stick a little bit more and hopefully hold it down. Now the fun job of climbing across and nailing down that middle bit, hopefully it'll hold me. If this video ends here, then you know why. So I'll be sure to make sure we've got some photos of me lying in a pile of stuff inside the shed. So there we are. We officially have a roof again on the shed, which is good news. After the wind that we had, we've managed to bodge together a bit of a roof, try and keep it watertight when the heavens inevitably open again.
Thank you very much, Daniel. Yes, the roof is back on and it is watertight, so let's keep our fingers crossed that it does last a little bit longer. We're really crossing our fingers now and hoping that this is spring, but do not be fooled. Sometimes we do get this false spring and people get all excited and get everything out, and then boom, there's some frost and we all get annoyed because the tomatoes die and all that. Have backups. If you're going to do stuff, that's probably a good idea. But seriously, beautiful day down here today. Let's go and have a look at what we are going to do. If you are enjoying the videos, please give us a like and a follow and a subscribe even, and all of that malarkey. That'd be good. I hope you're all doing well. Maybe now we can get excited. Some of us have been going through some miserable times with the miserable weather. Let's just take a moment to just have a think how we're doing and take care of our own mental health. Yeah, I've said it a million times. Find something that you enjoy. Mine is this. Yours may well not be this. It could be painting little figures of hairy vampires. I don't know. Find out what you love in life and sort it out. Then just sort of concentrate. Be cool, man. Be cool. It's all right if we have a bit of a crap time. We all have a bit of a crap time. That's fine. Check on your mates if you think they're having a crap time. Okay? Yeah? Do that? Cool. Go have a look at what we're going to do. Right, it's decided. I've had a ponder. We've been and seen some chickens on the other plot, which Laura was very excited about. And now the girls are doing some work on Laura's bed. We'll go and have a look at that in just a second. We'll find out what they're doing. The first stuff that they've put into their sort of area. We'll go and ask them and see what they're doing. My hair is going crazy, but I will not wear a top bun. No, I will not. I'll show you what I'm doing. I've decided we're going to do the strawberry bed. That is what we're going to do. We're going to go and have a look at that, and I'll show you what we're doing. Showed you how to do a no dig bed the other day, so we're not going to go through it again, but that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put the cardboard down, the mulch, and then I'm going to put some stuff on top of it. No dig. Go back and have a look at that video if you want to see the dig versus no dig. But first, let's go and see what the girls are doing, shall we? All right. I heard that there. Laura is just putting some Swiss chard in, and she's having a water. I am, she just said there. Couldn't hear at home.
Two rows, one here and one here. And then as long as the board.
So we've done 2 rows of Swiss chard, and they are planted about a centimetre deep and about 20 centimetres apart. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So are you now the expert on Swiss chard, Lyra? Swiss chard is of the beetroot family, and it's a take and come again, meaning you can take the outside leaves and it will continue to grow, and it's a bit like spinach and kale, but it comes in cool colours because it is of the beetroot family, and the seeds are little clusters of seeds rather than just one seed. I think that might be enough water there, Lyra. Right, so Lyra, that's your first stuff in growing. Yeah, what are we doing next? Oh, you're putting radishes in next. So this is Lyra's bed here. This is Lyra's bed, which we have filled up with lots of organic material and then lots of compost and wood chip on the top. And we're going to see what happens. And now we are doing radishes, she says. I'm not sure you can hear that because it's a bit windy. Are you excited to be doing radishes?
Yeah!
Carry on then. I'll leave you to it. Over here, we've got flowers going into this one. Rachel, do you want to tell us what flowers we've got going on in here?
So I've
Gladiola at the back here.
Because I thought, because they're quite tall.
Because they're tall.
Yeah, and then we've got dahlias in a cluster here. And then we've got some alliums.
Alliums. Dahlias over in this corner.
Alliums
and
there.
Alliums here. And are these cutting flowers?
Yeah, they will be, yeah, hopefully, if they come up.
Right, so that's Rachel's flowery corner. And then my one. Down here where we've got the blue pipes now, I've popped this log because I think it looks a bit rustic and I didn't want to be drilling stuff in, and I filled the little gap with another little tiny log. And now we're going to turn this here into the strawberry bed because we've got strawberries in what was the polytunnel, and I've also bought some. So we're going to do a little subsection, and we're going to take the ones from the tunnel in one section and the ones that I bought the other day in the other, and see if there's any difference in the growing. So this is one of our communal beds that me and Dan will both be pilfering the straws from come this summertime, hopefully. Right, let's get to work, shall we? And just like that, we have a strawberry bed. And what we thought might have been a couple of strawberry plants in the polytunnel turns out to be 16. And they're in the ground and they'll be growing. They just need a bit of a water now. And with that, I think we're going to sign off for Saturday. But I'll be back up in the morning and we'll continue from there. Well, would you look at this? It's still sunny. That's cool. I'm down here on my own this morning. It's about 11 o'clock and it is Sunday morning. The weather is supposed to drop again in the next few days, but we will grab this whilst we can now. I've got the AGM coming up. That's the meeting for the allotment people. Not been to one of them for a while. On the last plot I did. And I've got a few things that I want to do. I'm a little bit iffy today because I am thinking that I'm going to tackle the pond on my own. And I've almost fallen into it 3 times. And if I've almost fallen into it, then I worry that Lyra will. We need to get that place set up safely. So we're still going to have a pond. And yes, I do realise that some of you will think that that's a risk. I agree with you, but you got to have some trust in people, ain't you, sometimes. You got to trust that people are going to be sensible. So what we're going to do is we'll build up around it. We might even put a little fence around it. But what we do want is we want frogs because they can come out and slurp up all of the slugs. So that's going to be the main point on my agenda, making it safe. I've got some pond liner. So watch this space for pond making or pond sort of mending. And I got these as well. You can see those beauties. These are strawberries that I got bare root. Now, obviously, you've seen earlier in the video, we made the bed up for strawberries yesterday and we had loads more than we anticipated from the polytunnel. So I've got to get those in. I don't know what they are. I will put in the notes what they were because when I put it on Blue Sky, a chap came and told me that we've got some damn reliable strawberries and high yielding. So I want to put them separately, not for any other reason, but just to see if they taste different, see if they are different, you know, a little bit of an experiment. And hopefully we'll be making lots of jam when it comes round. I love making jam. It's fantastic. And with other things, we're going to the blackcurrants, we can infuse gin and all that sort of stuff, and we shall do it here on the videos. So yes, I'm gonna get started. I've almost fallen into that pond a couple of times, so we need to make it safe and obvious, and we'll need to get a sign up to say that we have water. If any of you got any experience with ponds, let us know. I know I've got to put some plant life in there to aerate it, apparently. I imagine some sort of filter, but one step at a time. Yes, let's go do it. So here it is. This is what it looks like now. I'm going to try and take some of the water out of this and put it to one side, because then maybe I can get it back in after. The taps are turned off here at the moment, and hopefully if we get a little bit of rain, if I put some water in, it'll fill it up. And I've been told that frogs are all over the place at this allotment, so hopefully we'll get some frogs spawning there pretty quickly. That, my friends, is the plan today. I'll start a little bit now and carry it on over after the AGM finishes. Wish me luck. So I can confirm, after talking with Chris, that a little bit of water in the bottom is absolutely fine. So what I need to do, get rid of all those rocks and those pieces of slab. Then I need to put the pond liner, which is just over the way, in, put the water in, that's going to bring it down to where it needs to be. Then I need to put the pieces of like concrete and stuff around the edges to keep it in place. But that I need to let it go for a little bit first. So let's get onto that. So here she is. Now she might not look much at the moment, but I've been talking to Chris, who is my pond advisor from the pond advisory service of these very here allotments. And he tells me that what I need to do is pour some of the water in and then leave it like this for about a week, because what's going to happen is as you get in, it's going to stretch and change and all that sort of stuff. So it needs to be a little baggy around the edge, and then it'll get to its final place, and then you can sort of cut away around the edges and that sort of thing. The water in there is very muddy. It's the water that I took out, but again, advised that'll be fine. Everything will just sink to the bottom. So there we go. We have a pond, or the very beginnings of a pond, which I think is very exciting, because we want all of the lovely little frogs and newts to come out and eat the slugs and the bad guys that attack our plot in the night when we are not here to protect it. There you go, pond life. This is the first Great Lake of the allotments. This is the South Birmingham Great Lakes, which is very exciting. Well, I think we're going to call it a day. Call it a weekend, actually, if you will. We got quite a lot done yesterday. We got our strawberries in. We've got our new strawberries in as well. So that'll be interesting to see if there's any sort of taste difference. And then today, of course, we've got the pond and the Great Lakes of South Birmingham have been installed. So that is it for a weekend. If you have been enjoying these videos and continue to do so, thank you very much. Please give us a like and a subscribe. I think you're in that corner. You might be that corner. I'm not used to having a camera woman. So one of those places, give us a like, a subscribe, and all of that sort of stuff. And I am also on Blue Sky at Bearded Gardener. If you want to give me a follow there, there's a really good sort of allotment vibe there. So that's a weekend for us. I want to say goodbye to the lovely people at home.
Bye bye.
See you next week. Until then, safe gardening.